Alright, Shalom Akims. Shabbat Banawar. Come back with another video. The Spirit and Power of Sham Yahawashi. Giving all honors, glories, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His Son. Yahawah Sham Yahawashi. Alright, double honors to the elders and apostles, their great millstone, rule and teach well. And a sincere salutation unto their brethren pushing us forward to truth and sincerity, retaining life, freedom to do so. Alright, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native to Seminole Indians are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to Scripture and prophecy. Okay, long years like foreigners that have been scattered abroad through slavery. And today, man, we're gonna come back another short. Basically, basically going back a little to the basics, referring to never trust thy enemy. All right, it's considering the times that we're in. Especially with this juice. You know what I mean, right? That juice shot. Basically, we might lose. Basically, our jobs. Our jobs, family, friends, things like that. So basically, what what we're going to have to do is basically put our chips in a basket. And you know what I mean by that. Okay, with the Heavenly Father. Alright. We're gonna have to put trust in him, basically, So that's gonna be the lesson. Never trust an enemy. Alright. You see these people, man, right? Especially with these CEOs, man, these left-hand CEOs and everything, they know. They be seeing, they be watching. Alright. They ain't take that shit. They didn't take that shit, man. Right? They didn't take that, so why would you? Right? They're watching basically, they're basically watching you people take it. You getting reactions, all these things. Alright, people are gonna lose their jobs, right? You have hyperinflation, things like that. Alright. And I'm not even gonna say famine in the food unless I'm directly going into it, man. I'm just gonna go with what they're saying, exactly. Which is a supply chain crisis. Everything has a shortage, man. Anything you want or people out of necessity too in this place, right, is coming to an end. It's coming up short, basically. And that's how we used to live. You'd have to make things from scratch, right? Go out of your way to get it. Now you could just, sit in your bed, order you some food, order you some groceries, order you some clothes, anything you want. You could buy a car online from via your bed, things like this. So those things are coming to an end, man, All right. And these people that trusting in society, okay, trusting in Babylon, like the scriptures say, woe to them that go down to Babylon, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. All right. So let's get this, Salakia. Let's get this, let's go back to the basics, man. All right. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so does his wickedness, right? And you know that, when rust starts to develop on an object, it just continues. It goes as far as the object, all right? And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if that object is touching other objects, all right, of the same substance, aka metal, iron, things of that nature, it will even rust those other things. Okay, so that's comparing, wickedness, man. All right, right? It's never gonna stop rusting. It doesn't stop to a certain point on the object, man. It keeps going. It can even, if I'm not mistaken, put rust on other objects, man. It's like moldy food as well. Okay, or rotten food. Okay, you put rotten food to a fresh food that was just, say you just cut up a lamb or a goat, right, or a cow. You put rotten meat beside fresh cut meat, fresh produced meat. What's going to happen eventually? It's going to tamper with the good meat. The good meat isn't going to fix the bad meat, the wicked meat, okay? Or the tampered rotten meat is going to contaminate the good meat. All right? So there you go. All right? The Lord has compared our enemies' wickedness onto that. All right? And if you're confused about who our enemies are, because every nation has a biblical nationality, I would refer to read, okay, the book of Psalms, man, because the book of Psalms directly goes into the table of nations and goes into our enemies. All right, from Esau all the way down to Ham, Moab, Ammon. Okay, so if you're confused on that, man, I would highly suggest, you go look at that, man. All right. this place, man, that we once knew as being comfortable, okay, because even we were before in this truth, all right, we had a different perspective of this place, okay, but guess what, man, all right, even coming into this truth now, okay, the Lord has prepared us and geared us for what's to come, okay. That's why this place, okay, isn't going to be a surprise unto us when it falls. We're going to be stable in that day because we've been new. We're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that person got put to, it's like numb to that now because we've been new. We know why those types of things happen, right? So this is Jeremiah chapter 13 verse 23. It says, can an Ethiopian change his skin, right, or a leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that is automatic, that is all accustomed, Salakia, to do evil, right? So how you gonna change something that's accustomed to do evil? That's our enemies. Okay, they, first of all, they're not righteous, man. They're not capable of righteousness. Okay, right? Especially not Esau. All right, maybe these other nations a little degree. They'll be a little sincere here and there. They'll do a little something. Okay, because there was times in the scriptures where we were we were cool with the nations or whatever, man. All right, mainly when they were under subjection with us. But I mean, they were in subjection. They were underneath us, man. We had them in order. All right, times of King David, King Solomon, things of those nature. Okay, even had many empires, okay, where Jake was ruling, and Jake had Edomites, okay, and these other heathen nations, they weren't even developed like that, so we had them in subjection as well. Okay, go and do a little history on the Dark Ages as well. That will tell you there as well. All right, so you can't change something that's accustomed to evil, right? And you see, that's how you know those things are all silent, because you have East setting up these conventions like Black Lives Matter, all these things, and it's trying to bring everyone together. All right, what does that refer to? Like the Tower of Babel. All right, that false ideology of bringing everyone together under one language, one speech. That wasn't even just talking about physically bringing everyone together, but spiritually binding everyone together into one catalog. And that's what this whole new world order, okay, just like we were talking about this past Saturday, Salakia, this past Friday, okay, that's what we were talking about this past what is it called, Friday, basically talking about Esau. That's what he wants to do again. He wants to complete that goal that he couldn't complete in the past, okay, and now he has more of the opportunity to do it via his technology, him being in power again, okay. In the book of Revelations even tells you that in the 13th chapter, okay, that his wounds were healed. What were those wounds? His past empire, his past failures. All right, so he's looking to capitalize off that right now, okay. He has the moment and opportunity to do so right now. All right, and you shouldn't trust this man anyways, because here it is. All right, Jake, you're bugged out. Okay, Jake's bugged out. Jake really believes that Esau, Edom, and even these other nations, right? Because there's like four scattered across, the four winds, right? AKA the earth. You think that Esau, Edom has your best interest to help you, to heal you, to do what's best for you. Okay, why would someone of that significant magnitude, okay, or power, right? Power and status be in best interest to help you? Okay, never, man. Okay. This is Psalms chapter 109 verse 2. It says, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. There you go. Okay. And that's what Esau has done to the righteous, aka you Israelites. Okay. He has basically put you as the face of the earth as being low like him. Like he's supposed to be on that level. But that's the Lord. Okay. That's the curses right there. When we read Deuteronomy 20th chapter, the Lord turning us into the tail when we're supposed to be the head. Okay, the scriptures will tell you that. All right, it says in the deceitful against me. All right, and Esau has basically been deceitful, aka lying, having that iniquity against Jacob, his brother Jacob. Right? Doesn't the scriptures tell you that because of thy violence and iniquity against thy brother Jacob, roughly paraphrasing, okay, that basically, right, the shame is going to cover him. All right, and that shame is going to cover him. Okay, because by the time Esau realizes what he's truly done, okay, or had any type of remorse, which he probably won't, okay, into the kingdom or something, man, he's probably gonna realize, like, shoot, now it shit's on us. Now we gotta pay, for what we did. Okay, that's gonna kick into his mind. Okay, and that's when he's gonna realize, like, oh shit, now I gotta get, now I gotta get my ass whooped, type of thing, man. Okay, that's the only time he's gonna really realize. You try telling Esau that right now, he's like, what the hell are you talking about? You just a regular at, ain't gonna tell him nothing right now, man. All right. It says, they have spoken against me with a lying tongue. okay? And they're going to continue to do that, okay? And that's going to be a big process of prophecy in the modern day, because we're going to get demonized for this word, all right? This is verse 3. It says, they compassed me about also with the words of hatred, and then fought against me without a cause, all right? And really, Esau has no cause, because we're supposed to be the righteous. The things that we do, if really, Esau really looked at it, the things that we did to him was to keep him in subjection, okay? Keep him from ruling the world. And as you look right now, okay, someone with a logical mindset would be like, oh, okay, now I see why you were keeping this man at the bottom, why you were, you know, right, keeping him in subjection, basically ruling over him, because he doesn't have the capability and requirements to rule over these nations in a righteous manner. Okay, and none of these other nations do also. All right, we haven't forgot about you Moabites, aka you Chinese, you Japanese, aka you Ammonites, okay, you Hamites, aka you so-called Africans, you Ishmaelites, aka you so-called Arabs. We have not forgot about you other nations, man. All right, even Japheth too. We never forgot about none of you. Okay, but the main enemy and the one who's ruling right now is Esau Edom. Okay, he's gonna get it the worst. All right. It says verse 4, for my love they Slaki, it says, for my love they are my adversities. Adversary, Slakia, but I give myself unto prayer. Okay, and that's what we should be in these last days, is prayer. Okay, right, calling upon the Lord, man. All right, because again, we're gonna have to come into that time and that realization that the Lord is gonna be the only option that we have left. Okay, and we realize that now, because the certain things that we didn't even have. The elect is going to be the meek and humble. We're gonna inherit the kingdom, man. All right, we don't got nothing on this side. Even the little chips we may have a little bit of money, a little bit of a nice car, a nice family, right? A little nice house, a couple of friends that we can rely on a little bit in this captivity. Okay, but that's going to equate to what we're going to receive in the kingdom. All right, it says verse 5. It says, they have rewarded me for evil. Okay, so like they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love. Okay, so everything is reversed, man. Okay, what we're doing is actually love. We're telling you the truth and to get right. Okay, but they see it as hatred because they're in their emotions and feelings. Right, they're not looking at it from a logical and reasonable standpoint. Okay, so that's why these people are going to suffer what they're going to suffer, man. Okay, and a lot of these people have private intentions against the prophets, and you know what I mean by private intentions, man. Okay, seek to take our lives, basically. Okay, and it's the same thing they did with Yahawashi, and the same thing they did with the prophets from the beginning until now, man. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to you, to you may be out there. Okay, make all praise on God, Heavenly Father, and His Son, Yahawashi, and Yahawashi, and a sincere salutation unto brother, pushing this word to truth, sincerity. Again, make it double-line cells and apostle, the great mills and the rule on top of this truth, and a sincere salutations. All right, until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.